So top Afro House tracks of 2023. It's that time of the year. We are getting close to the last few days, the last week of 2023. I think the last week I might take off unless I receive some bangers last minute. But I thought I'd get a head start on this topic. I thought I'd get a head start on the best tracks to share with you guys that were released this year. I did make a playlist for this so you guys can enjoy it. I see a few people have already accessed it. I see a few people have already started to enjoy this playlist. I've got 37 likes as of right now, titled 2023 Best Afro House by Manu. At the moment, there are 64 tracks that we will go through today one by one. I will kind of classify these tracks by ranking. Before we press play, of course, let's talk about the year 2023, the year that was, which I think, as it should, was the best year for our genre so far. A lot has happened this year. I think 2023 Afro House, we found more of a definition of the genre, more of where the genre can be, where the genre is right now, what the genre can do on the world stage. I think the edits helped a lot. Edits like Milkshake, Keinemusik blowing up and playing their sound. I'm not going to call it edits heavy sound, but I think the Keinemusik parties helped a lot bring our sound, helped a lot bring our culture to that world stage. So shout out to Keinemusik and their parties, shout out to Keinemusik and everything that they're doing. If I were to pick one thing that stood out to me the most, I think it was definitely the edits, the commercialization of some of the Afro House, Afrotech sounds. But it was great to see some of our favorite producers finally start to tour, finally start to take the world stage. Going back to what I was saying about our sound, finally finding a place, our sound, our people, our producers, finally finding that world stage and being able to travel, being able to physically push their music was great to see. We haven't seen that in previous years. 2023 was great for that. I think 2024 we will see a lot more of that. So yeah, can't wait for that to manifest. And now let's talk about the music. Let's talk about the great music that we saw this year. Last year when I made this list, it was 50 tracks. This year I couldn't keep it to 50 tracks, so I do have 64 tracks. Okay, let's go through the list, starting with Rain Queen Mash remix. Shout out to Mash, released on Rise. Garrett Clutch remix of With You. I reviewed this track previously this year. I forget when it came out. I think definitely the first half of 2023 this track came out. Shout out to Garrett Clutch. Sin City, Space, Dub, Kokolo, Love. This Afrotech deep and dark track. Young Lover, Page and Bishop. Shout out to Page. Save a Prayer. This track could have easily been higher. Ammo, Bad Box, Bun Shapa features many times on this list. Demaya, Alexander Kirsten, Shadows. A track that I will review the remix of this track maybe tomorrow. FK Mash remix coming up on Calamar. Clement Bonelli, Manu, Hit Me Up. Aries, the Africa Deep. Tomorrow again the Africa Deep remix. August, It Is Ease, Karen the Soul, who released his album this year as well. We Live for Our Music. Great album. Bun Shapa again featuring Brandon Praise, Atmos Black, Dreggers remix of Yebra's Heartbreak, Nico D'Andrea, Andrew Oliver remix, Timber Disappear. So yeah, that is 64 to 50. That's how I have it. A couple of tracks easily could be a lot higher, but let's move on. 49 to 40. Let's do 49 to 40. At 49, a recently reviewed track, Jules, Kenza, The Yura, Next to Me. The Dreamer, Saint Evil, another favorite of mine that I did review on this channel. Bun Shapa, London. Bun Shapa, London again. Bun Shapa, as I said, features many times on this list. The Africa Deep, featuring again Tau, Too Far. Just released recently on Mo Black. Atmos Black, another one. Kwamama, G Washington, Kasango, Lost, one of my favorites this year. Ipati, Kasusa remix. I know Black Coffee has made this track massive. I feel like every Black Coffee video that I see on social media features this track. Huge one. Mont Rouge, who were one of the newcomers of 2023. Paris released on Mo Black, Mont Rouge, Moloko, Utli. Moving on now, 41. I've got DJ Kabila, Victor Sitole, Bayede, Caro remix. At 40, Jamek Ortega, Maxi Meraki, Sam, Don't Care Anymore, also released on Mo Black. So yeah, that is 49 to 40. 2023 Afro House by myself, ranked. So at 39, Yes God, Oscar and Bo, KG Smalls, Murder Tax, and More Keys. The year of 3-step, man. 2023 could easily go down as the year of 3-step. 2024, I think we're going to see a lot more. At 38, I had DJ Kid, DJ Siege, Promises. I feel like one of the most underrated tracks of this year. And I've seen so many producers after the fact, a few weeks, months after this was released, finding this track and sharing it. This track was slept on. Promises, DJ Kid, the Siege DJ at 38. And Les, Bit, Chest, one of the tracks that I couldn't find for ages, one of the tracks that I was trying to Shazam, to ID. Shout out to and Les for that one, and Les and Bit for that one. Then I've got Manu's remix of La Cloma, Soul Roots, and Kobe Yazo, released on Madoras. Yeah, that was Madoras in the house. At 35, one of my favorites this year. This track leaves me speechless. Paso Doble's remix of Common Ground, Avi Snow, Timmy Regev, Ben Cena. Yuji, Dwana Days on the Chuki EP, recently released EP Chuki on Godwana. Alex Swan features Halile, Alex Swan remix at 33. I didn't include the Milkshake remix here. I feel like it's Afro House, but it's like commercial Afro House, and you could also argue it's not Afro House, but yeah, I didn't want to include this one. I also did include the Boy Is Mine remix, which was quite popular this year. So yeah, those kind of super commercial Afro House tracks are not included on this list. At 32, Mujo Banshapa, Hate It or Love It. 31, Vanko, H Art, The Band, and Les, Forever and Les remix. And at 30, Sebastian Dutch, Mumbayachi, and Tumba Chushi. Okay, I just realized we haven't played any of these tracks just yet. Let me scroll down and see. Out of all of these tracks, from 64 to 30, which one should we give some airtime to? Too Far. I'm going to go with Too Far, Tau and Africa Deep. Tau sent me this track before it was released. I feel like I wasn't ready to receive this track. I feel like I did this track some injustice, and because of that, I'm going to play it right now. Let's go. great track. I need to apologize to Tao and Africa Deep for not previewing this track on this channel too far, sitting at 46 on my 2023 Best Afro House playlist. Okay, we've worked our way through the first 34 tracks. 30 tracks left to unveil at 29. A recent find of mine, shout out to Cameron, Buddha Sage, Azalea Forest. 28, Remind, Nobody. This could have easily been higher. Maybe a top 15 track. Losing My Religion, Samantha Loveridge. Tree Talk at 27. Doesn't Matter, Sam and Ajna, one of the bangers of 2023. The Dream, Adam Port, Tius Mego, Keinemusik, and Martina Camargo at 25. 24, Camille. Top 25 tracks now. Camille, Francis Mercier, Nitefreak, It Is Ease. I know a lot of you guys like that track. Shout out to Francis Mercier, Nitefreak, and It Is Ease on that one, released on Higher Ground. Champion, Ramper. I've got Champion, Ramper, Sparrow, and Barbosa at 23. 22, one of the tracks that I feel like defined this channel. Barcetta, Ungido, Rudy, Julius, 21. Gypsy Woman's remix by Atmos Black at 20. Shout out to Mpo Wave for his Torment the More spin. So yeah, that is 29 to 20. What track am I going to play? I'm going to play Nobody. I'm going to play Nobody by Remind. A beautiful track by a producer that I think next year is going to do a lot. Keep an eye out on the Remind. Let's go.
Staring at this thing, what the fuck? Nah, it's not for you. So who's it for then? Nobody.
This track makes me fly. Shout out to Remind, special producer. Okay, 19 to 10. Getting into the top 20 now, top 20 territory. At 19, I got Dlala. Dlala, Tuxin, Zaba, Sykes, E-Plan, crowd-pleasing track. Everybody goes crazy when you press play on that one. At 18, I've got Ankoi, Before the Flood, and Me, Rampa, Adam Port, Keinemusik, released early in the year. At 17, Tekka, Malooms on Decks, Per Wave, a beauty. That is a beauty. At 16, Horizon Red, made by Pete, Zoe Capri. I feel like a lot of people might have this track in the top 10, but for me, it's at 16. At 15 now, Liva K, and Liva K features twice in the top 15. Truth Hurts by Liva K at 14. Sammy Ferre, Chalet, Champagne. 13, Secret ID, Mujo, the Capo. That is my most watched video to date. Secret ID review. The Capo at 12, Make Love, Not War. I can still remember the first time I heard this track. Speechless. 11, Kibe, Rancida, Afro, Bunch Xapa, It Is Ease. And Kibe, I think, was one of the moments of this year. Kibe did a lot, man. Kibe did a lot for a lot of people. I think Kibe created a lot of memories. I think Kibe was a moment. Kibe is my most watched TikTok video, my Kibe reaction, on 1 million views at the moment. Kibe at number 11. Top 10 territory. And my top 10 is a combination of popular tracks, well-produced tracks, top artists, top stories. Let's get into it, man. Let me stop talking. Let's get into it. At 10, I've got FK Mash's remix of Kukaya, Clara Shimba, released on Mo Black. Every time I hear this track, I want to become a producer. Shout out to FK Mash. At number 9, I've got Taxin. Taxin Possessed. This track defined the image of 3-step. This is, I feel like, when you knew 3-step was going to be a thing. Shout out to Taxin. At number 8, Nothing on Me, Maz, Apache, Maxi Meraki, and Tabia, released on Abracadabra. So many remixes of this track. The arrangement, the production is crazy. Nothing on Me at number 8. At number 7, Chronicle Deep, Takeover on the album Light. Chronicle Deep releasing the much anticipated album Light on Gondwana. One of a kind. That album was one of a kind. More tracks could have featured on this playlist. Takeover at number 7. Number 6, I've got Hoya. Hoya featuring Tunde International by Vanko. There's not much to say about that track, man. There's not much to say about that track if you've never heard it. Man, that track goes hard. Okay, in the top 5. In the top 5, you can probably guess by now which tracks will feature in the top 5. Keinemusik features twice. They feature at number 5, More Love, Rampa, and Me remix. I remember when I DM'd Rampa asking for this track, he got back to me saying he needed to check with Moderat. Never got a chance to get my hands on that track, but when it was finally released, maybe a month ago now, right? A month ago, that track was in everyone's carts. At number 4, Nitefreak, Emmanuel Jal, Gora. Gora is a beautiful song. Gora is a beautiful song. It's the perfect blend of a beautiful song and a beautiful production, an arrangement that not many producers can do, an identity in its own right. That type of sound that Nitefreak has created. So many producers now have taken that blueprint and tried to replicate it. But I feel like with Gora, Nitefreak took it to a whole new level. So yeah, shout out to Nitefreak. Top 3, I've got Liva K, You Can Dance Now. Liva K, You Can Dance Now. That is my 3rd listed track. A production that in its simplicity, it is so beautiful, so fun, entertaining, powerful production. And I want to hear more productions like these in 2024. Keep it simple, keep it to the point. If you've got a nice idea, develop that idea. Don't try and do too much. You Can Dance Now is that blueprint. Liva K, top guy. At number 2 now, The Rapture Part 3. The Rapture Part 3 and Me, Black Coffee, Keinemusik. I mean, what is there to say? What is there to say about this track? What is there to say about, what this track means to everybody that likes this kind of music? What is there to say about the people behind this track, the rollout of the track, the whole story, the whole sound that is The Rapture? I'm going to leave it there because when you hear the words, The Rapture, At number 1, this is my personal favorite this year. My personal favorite this year at number 1 is After Saturday Night, Manu Alternative Mix. That is my personal favorite. That is the track that, to me, is the best. For me, what this track did is show me that you can make almost commercial Afro tech, Afro house that is cool, that still feels underground, that you can sing along to, that you can dance to, that you can maybe, if you want to chill out to this track, you can. But this track is so versatile. This track is a different track. And Manu to me has to be a top 3 producer, right? If I needed anybody to teach me how to produce, Manu would be on that list. That is my personal favorite. That is my number 1 for 2023 After Saturday Night, Manu Alternative Mix. Sparrow and Barbosa, Starving Yet Full. That's my list, guys. That's my list. Again, this full list is available on Spotify. The link, of course, is going to be included in the description of this video. Let's end it by playing After Saturday Night. We have to play the #1 track. Shout out to Manu, man. Shout out to Manu. Manu, I feel like people don't mention this guy. Not enough people know what this guy can do, man. Manu is tough. Manu is tough. And of course, before we finish this video with this track, please let me know your thoughts. Please include some of your favorites in the comment section. And of course, please like this playlist, add this playlist to your rotations. Thank you for watching. Let's end it with After Saturday Night, Manu Alternative Mix. Let's go.